Okay, so we're back. There is a power outage at Super Bowl, so I thought this was a good time to cook. Um, you'll see that the shrimp is nice and marinated. Ooh. And basically what we're going to do is we kind of have to take off the marinade, not take it off, but make sure it's not too wet. And we're just going to dust it with some flour. I put some salt and some pepper and a little bit of cayenne pepper on it, but I forgot to stir it, so I need to stir it, I guess. And when you're doing this, you don't want to put a lot of flour on it. I actually don't have flour. I'm using this spelt flour. So I don't know if that makes a difference, but because I don't have flour, I have to use this. I think whichever you use is fine. So just dust it a little bit, and you want to take this like that, and see how there's all this flour in it. You don't want that, so you just kind of slap it on your hand like this and get rid of the extra flour. Because we're not making breaded shrimp, we're making butter garlic shrimp, and we just want a little bit of this because I think when we had it in Romney's truck, they didn't do this, and I think it's just a preference. But I did this the first time and it was really good. So see, just kind of slap it really good. And look how nice and big, and it has all that yummy, juicy, red, spicy stuff on it. And apparently Beyonce, her show was so amazing that it blew out the power there. So now they have to figure out a way to get it going again. That'll probably be another 20 minutes. Maybe we'll be able to eat the food before that happens. So just like that. Just a little bit. My hands are getting kind of wet, so I'm gonna try to dry it. And start again, because once it gets like this, then the coat of the flour doesn't really stick that well. So I'm gonna try it again. See how nice this is? Because my hands are dry. While I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and heat up the pan so it's at high heat, medium high. And it's been about, I guess, 2 hours since we marinated this. It's a bit longer than I told you earlier, which is good. It's really cold, I guess, in the refrigerator. I guess you shouldn't be dusting it in front of here because you're going to end up using this juice right here with the butter. I recommend doing this only because when I tried it last, it was really, because of the bread flour in it, it really soaked up the butter, and you really just wanted to suck out every bit of the shrimp because it had all the good juicy stuff all around it. Probably really fattening for you, but you know. What can you do? Hopefully you only serve this once on a special occasion. Maybe this will be my Super Bowl treat. Oh, it's kind of. I can feel the heat already. It's ready for me, I guess. So a couple more drenching. Not being as good as I was at the beginning, but oh well. Okay. I also found this quotza. This I think it's called bird's eye chili pepper. I don't know, but I'm gonna. Last time I used sriracha and it was kind of too sour for me, so I'm going to use this. Actually, I'm going to lower this because I'm not ready for it yet. So I'm just going to cut it into my... So over in the choki or the mortar and pestle, I'm going to smash it and put it with the shrimp and give it a little bit more heat because I like it spicy. Since I have no space, I'm just going to smash it on the ground. Now there's no denying there's going to be some heat in there. Alright. Just a little bit more. Ugh. I think I got the... It's not that thing there. Okay. I'm just gonna dump it in here. We'll see how this comes out. I'll let you know if it tastes good or not. Okay, so here's all the shrimp. And I can't really see the camera. So here's all the shrimp that's been dusted with flour. And here was the garlic that we were cooking earlier. Notice that it's not brown. I can tell I already wish I had more garlic. I'm just going to use a little bit of this butter garlic with my shrimp. So this has a nice flavoring of butter garlic already. I mean, of garlic. Okay. So good. I have my wine that I've been drinking. I'm just going to splash a little bit. Remember, we only used half of the 1/4 cup, so you'll need a little bit extra when you are finishing up the shrimp in the sauce. So what's going to happen is that at the end, we're going to mix this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pour the wine in here before I forget. So just, a little bit of wine and a squeeze of more lemon. And you saw that there was this seed right here that I have to take out. It's going to make it bitter. So that's a nice spicy. You can even taste it because the shrimp is okay to eat. I mean, the shrimp juice. I put salt on the... Oh, God. I put salt on the breaded... Oh, it's going to be hot. So I just have this cheap pan, but once I make more money, I'm going to invest in a good pan. You want a nice hot pan. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt here because, oh, you know what? I should put a little dash of fish sauce. I think I put the sauce in the first one, and I didn't do it here. I'm just going to, instead of more salt, I'm just going to put a dash of fish sauce. 1 teaspoon, maybe. Not 1 tablespoon, just 1 teaspoon. And I think that'll help balance the spiciness of this. And plus, it's better than just putting salt. So let's see. Much better. Very good. If you think that you might want your shrimp a little bit sweet, you can add a little bit of honey in it, but I'm not. So this thing looks like it's ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to throw that along with some garlic. So if you see some recipes, normally they just show you this pot here. They don't show you the double method over there. And kind of slow. And you do it faster. And since I don't really have a good pot, most of the heat is concentrated in the middle, so I'm going to have to flip the middle first. I don't know if you're going to have a good pot. And throw the rest of your garlic in here. I chopped a couple more garlic in it. So, you don't dump in the stuff. What you're going to do is we're going to cook it halfway and then take it out. Right now you want the pan on really high heat. I'm just going to toss the ones in the middle because I know they have the most heat. Look how nice and pink it is. And the breading right there makes it. So it's definitely not the same as ram leaf, but I think I want to include it because it's just more fattening and delicious. And they recommend about 3-minute cook time for this. See how this is not good. If it wasn't so hot, I would just use my hand. Maybe you can use chopsticks. Super Bowl was still without power, so we're in good shape. So if you didn't do the other method over here, then what happens technically, I think why they do it is that you don't want your garlic in here to burn. See how nice and yummy this is already? So what we're going to do is take them out. They're like halfway done. Maybe they're almost done already. You don't want to overcook these things or undercook it. And these things will kind of cook as they're already sitting over here because they're still really hot. Oh, maybe it's back up already? Is it back up?
Yeah, it's running.
So see how this kind of burning already? You don't want your garlic to burn too much. So here's what I do. I pour this that's been marinating in here. I never had to use the coconut, although next time I'm going to have to try it with coconut because it's healthier for you. See, the cotton there is really good looking. Hopefully we don't choke on it. I'm just going to stir it. I'm not going to add the other stuff yet because I want to get rid of the wine juice. Or the wine, you know, the alcohol in the wine. And it's already tasting really super delicious. It's so good. There's a little bit of burntness from the garlic. So here it's beginning to glaze. Now after you experiment, I'm not going to put any honey in here, but I think because it's so sweet, you could add a little bit of honey. And it can make it nice and sticky. More viscous, I guess. So here's what happens. You throw in this other thing that you've been saving until the very last part of it. And yes, it's a stick of butter. But believe me, it's going to be super good on that rice. Here you go. And now you've got this delicious sauce with really soft butter and some cotton. And you just add this in there. Ugh. I'm beginning to choke already from the heat. And I'm just going to lower this a little bit. This is not really needing to cook anymore. It's just keeping everything warm and infused. And when I saw it at Marinate, what they did was they put this in here for just a moment. And then they poured the sauce over it. But I prefer just to mix it all like this. Well, I can't really tell because I can't see in the camera how good looking this is. Oh, okay. There it is. I can see now.
See again?
That's okay. And I'm just gonna taste this. See if we need any adjustment. I think it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. If you have more lemon juice, you can squeeze some more lemon or drink them all out. Okay, and that's it. Butter garlic shrimp from North Shore. Let's see how this tastes like. The ultimate test.